this lab, basically we're making use of CLI automation with Python using Netmiko. So basically we're going to make use of a Python library called Netmiko to actually send CLI command to the CSR 1000V. This method has actually been used for a long period of time, but the latest method making use of API is actually much more efficient and basically much more scalable. So I'm going to go back to my Windows 10 VM. I'm going to place my lab sheet at the side. So basically, if you are interested in more about Netmiko, basically you can actually search for it on the internet. But before we can make use of Netmiko in our Python code, because it's an external library module, we will actually need to install it. So we'll be doing pipe3 install Netmiko. Because if you never install it, you won't be able to make use of it. So sorry, typo error. So I'm actually installed the Netmiko. So next is basically to open your IDE shell. Once you have installed it, open the new file for us to actually contain the code. So we're going to import our Netmiko library module for us to make use of it to send our code to the CSR 1000V. Just to add on, before you can start doing this lab, make sure that your CSR 1000V is actually power up and get the IP address of your CSR 1000V by doing a show IP interface brief. So you can see that for today our CSR 1000V is having an IP address of 192.168.111.129. Let's go back to our Windows 10 again. So basically next, we're going to import the handler. Oops, so sorry. From Netmiko import connect handler. And this is one of the code that will actually determine things like what is the device type that we're working with. In this case, we're working with Cisco iOS. The host will be the IP addresses that we are communicating with. So it will be the IP addresses that we found just now from CSR1.v 111.129. So we need to change 111.129. Because basically Netmiko make use of secure shell to send the command to the CSR 1000V. So it's port 22. There's already a user called Cisco with password Cisco123 it's a MUD that has been created on the CSR 1000V. So you can see the lab sheet also explain to you all the function of the different variables that contains the value to be used to communicate with the CSR 1000V. Let's copy the next part of the code. So basically the next part of code, this is basically just to send a statement telling you that I'm going to send a show IP interface brief command to CSR 1000V. So the library method that is used by Netmiko basically is CLI.send command, and you can see that I actually send the actual CLI command to the router. And whatever reply from the CSR 1000V, I actually put it inside the variable output. And basically the next line basically is to print out the output onto the my Python shell. So let's just run it. So you need to save the file in order to proceed. So you can see that I have successfully actually executed a show IP interface brief to get what are the interface and IP addresses that is been assigned to the CSR 1000V. So the next part is basically making use of Netmiko to alter the configuration of the device. But before that, maybe let's just try a bit more. So you can see that basically it's just making use of command. So for example, let's say I just want to actually show run, get the running configuration output from CSR 1000V. I can just change the show IP interface brief to show run. Run it. Okay, you can see that the reply, because the running configuration file is quite big, so it's been squeezed into a block, so you can actually view it, and you can see this is basically the configuration that we can see if we do a show run on the actual router. Okay, so the next part basically is making use of Netmiko, okay, to actually do some configuration changes on the devices. Okay, so for this part we will actually need to actually tell what are the command that actually is going to make changes to the router. So basically you can see uh, using SSI CLI object return by the connect function. So instead of just purely sending a command, I'm going to send this interface loopback 1 IP addresses description whatever command onto the router itself. So copy, so paste, and you can see that instead of using send command, I'm going to send the whole block of command there. So instead of using send command, you'll be send underscore config underscore set followed by whatever values is being stored in this config command variables. So I'm going to replace this with this whole block here. Okay. So basically this is what I'm going to do. So execute the Python script, run. It should not return you any error. Okay, so how to verify that you have the loopback 1 interface been created? You can actually go back to the CSR 1000B and do a show IP interface brief, and you can see that I've successfully created a loopback 1 interface with IP address 2222, which is been input into the config underscore command variable. Okay. So basically the last part basically is to test you whether do you understand by actually creating another loopback interface 2 with some addresses and description if you have. If you try to create with the same IP addresses, what do you think will happen?